Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video on Python programming, and this video explains about the prerequisites which every developer should know before he starts developing in Python. So these are the few points which I believe that every developer should know, and we will be discussing about how we can know whether we have Python installed on our system, then which Python version we are using, and then we will be checking at how we can find about help for any module, and then we will be checking at what is sys.path, and finally we will be checking what is our default Python version installed, or what is our default Python version which we are using in our system. So I have a Linux environment where I will be showing or performing the practicals. So let me quickly open a terminal and let's start. So this is my terminal, and when to know whether Python is installed on my system, I will just type Python, and you can see that as soon as I type in Python and press enter, I can see that it says that we have a Python interpreter 2.7 running, and this terminal is now waiting for me to enter some commands so that it can execute them. So I will just say hello Python 2, and it executes the print statement and gives me output as hello Python 2. So here we have successfully executed the program using Python interpreter 2. Now why I am saying like that? Because if the same command which I just ran, if I append 3 behind it, then now you can see there is a small change from Python 2. It has now become Python 3.8. So right now I am executing Python 3.8 on my system, and if I again write hello Python 3, it will again give me the output as hello Python 3. So here you can see that when, and let me do it again with Python 2 as well. So here the first example, we have just executed Python. So what it has done is it has opened a Python interpreter 2 for me. So if somebody asks that what is my default Python version, then I would say it's Python 2.7. and if somebody asks me that what are the Python versions installed on your system, then I would say that it is Python 2 and Python 2 and Python 3 installed on my system. Now what is this Python 2 and Python 3, and where are these executables lying? So these are the if I press which Python, then you can see that it is saying that you have a Python interpreter lying at this location. So let me list this file inside this. Now you can see that it is just a symlink which is pointing to Python 2. Now let me say what is Python 2 then, because we have just seen that user bin Python is just a symlink which is pointing to Python 2, and when I do which Python 2, it is saying that this Python 2 executable which it is pointing to is located at this location. Now again let me do a long listing of this file, then again it is saying that it is pointing to this file, and when I do ls-l of user bin Python 2.7, so this is the original file to which this Python 2 and Python are pointing. So now we got that why this Python is executing Python 2.7, because it is just a symlink to Python 2, and Python 2 in turn itself is a symlink to Python 2.7. Therefore when somebody executes just Python, then it executes Python 2.7, and this is the default version of Python which we have in our system. This we have seen practically, but as in Linux the OS has some dependency on Python 2.7, and that is also one reason why Python 2.7 is the default Python version in our system. Going further in future, Linux or RHEL operating system has decided to remove Python 2 as a default Python version, and but as of now in current releases we see that Python 2.7 is the default Python version in our operating system. And if we try to change this default Python version, then our some of our dependencies of OS can break. So we will not see that. You can read further on that by yourself. So we have completed the first thing, that how we have seen which Python returns us where we have installed Python installed, and what is our default Python version. Now let's suppose somebody has started his Python and he wants to perform something, but he does not know that what are modules are there in my system which I can use. So to list down all the modules available in my system, just type help modules, and you can see there are a lot of modules available which you can use in Python, and you can achieve your target or whatever task you want to using these modules. So let me quickly give you an example how we can take help in Python for any module. So let me pick one of the module, let's say random, because I have worked on this a little bit. So let me import this module. So to use any module we need to first import it, and since I am running Python 2 and it has already listed me that these are the modules which you can use, so I have just picked in random module from the list of modules. And now what I will do is, I don't know what to do or what are the functions available with this. So what I will do is, I will just type help and then I will write down help and then the name of the module. And now you can see that help on module random. So this will display everything about this module. So where I can find the docs about this module, then where is this file actually located. So it is located inside this location, and so many things. So here you can also see that where is the location of this module. It can be seen here. Then let's suppose you want to use some function. So it is saying that we have this class random and it has following functions available. So normally this random class or module is used to generate random integers, which I have been using in the past. So I will just try to use this randint function, and it is saying that it returns a random integer in class in range a comma b including both endpoints. So let me quickly print, and then I will write import randint and then 6,10. So what it will do is, it will just print or return, this function will just return me a number between 6 to 10 including 6 and 10. So it can return 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. So let me print this. Okay, so this thing name random is not defined. Okay, random dot rand int then 6 comma 10. So now you can see that we have used random module and we have called randint function of this module, and it prints the value 8. If I run it again, you can see now it has returned 6 and so on. So it is basically used to generate random integers between 6 to 10, but that is not our concern. We just wanted to see how we can see any help regarding a module. Let me quickly take another one, import sys, then I don't know what is sys actually, so I will just write help sys, and see here in this case it is saying that this is a built-in function, so you will not find anything about this where it is installed or where it is located. So this is a built-in with Python, and there are Similar to Linux, there are some of the built-in modules in Python, and some are there which we can install explicitly. So as we saw, random, that is available inside user bin Python 2.7, but in this case it is a built-in. And now what I want to do is I want to quickly go through the functions which are available here. Now this one, see, this one I want to print, and this is Python path. So this is the what you can say variable which is available inside this module sys. Here you can see the data. So these are the variables which are what you can say defined inside this module. And if I print sys dot path, then you can see that it is saying that these are the paths where whenever I import any module, so these are the paths where it will check for the definition of that module, and this is defined inside this sys module. Also I can do print sys dot version. I think this was there. So it is saying that 2.77.18 is defined here. So this is how you can take help in Python for any module whenever you want to. So here we have checked how we can check help for any module, and in the first topic we have checked how we can find out which Python is installed on my system and what is my default Python version. Finally, then what is sys.path. So whenever we import any module, then this sys.path is the path where it will check whether the module exists or not. So let me quickly write import test. So okay, so control D, test is defined here. No, okay, import, oh sorry, Python, and import okay. So you can see that it is saying no module named okay. So what it has done actually in the background, so it has gone to these places. So first it will check in the current folder if there is any file with name ok.py, then it will use that one. If it is not able to find that module in your current directory, then what it will do is it will go through these paths and will try to find the OK module in these, and if it is not able to find, it will throw a no module named OK found error for us. In between we also have one variable that is echo $python path, which is also searched before going to this sys.path. So the order is that first it will check current directory, then it will go to Python path, and finally it will go to our sys.path to check module presence. So this is how the path is checked in our Python for any module. So these were the few topics which I thought of discussing with you before we deep dive into Python. So thank you for being with me, and please comment if you have any doubts. I will be happy to clear your doubts if I do have the answer. Thank you.